Hello there, YouTube. We're back with some Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the Quackity McQuack Quack, Kaiju McMaster, TJ.
I tried to say it's me while quacking, but I don't think it came through very
well. And here we've got a pretty decent matchup here. We've got Jarrell playing Jesmon over on the left, and we've got Jeremy playing WarGreymon X iteration on the right. This match was filmed over at Sully's Abode, which is the local card shop that we go to every Thursday for Digi. The shop itself is, a great place to play and hang out. So, please feel to check them out. They're in Bolingbrook. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want a chill place to play Digi or just a card shop in general, I'll drop their TCG player link in the video description down below, along with our socials. So please feel free to check both of those out. And lastly, if you do enjoy our content, you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's hop right into the round. Oh, and before I forget, this is a BT-16 proxy, legal match. So we will see some BT-16 pieces here from Jarrell, which I think a lot of you guys may have seen a previous build of this, and we kind of see it back in full force again with a little bit of spice.
Let's see. Jeremy starts, then goes into an Agu. I wonder. So we talked about WarGreymon being a decent deck next set because of being able to raid over Magna X and being one of the few cards that can actually DP climb over it. I wonder if other people are gonna pick up on that and are actually gonna try and use it to contest that matchup. Yeah, because it also deals. It also can deal with partition. It can deal with a lot of other things. I do think that Imperial's matchup into WarGreymon is pretty good. Yeah. As long as you just play it right. You just, you wait for them to push up first and just set up. Or you just, you can set up enough to where you can just go for game in a turn.
Yeah. I'm also okay with that. Being a Mirage player, it can be a bit rough because regionals, my only losses were at the hands of WarGreymon, but honestly, it is winnable. I feel much more comfortable playing against WarGreymon than I do Magna right now.
Yeah, and I think when you were playing those games too, you honestly, I think you could have won them if you just need to not play the rookie when you passed that turn to get more raid target.
Yeah, I could have won if I didn't. Yeah.
WarGreymon doesn't do anything if it doesn't have a board to look at. It's kind of it's almost kind of like Bloom or Rose in that aspect, where they want a board to interact with. Imperial to a degree as well. Just. In Imperial's respect, they also can just not care about a board and still have that same aggression. Yeah. They just also feast off of controlling a board too.
True. But we see both players kind of setting things up. Jarrell is just digging for pieces and playing out sisters, so getting some pokes in. Jeremy built up a Metal Gray to raid into the sister CL, plays out a tie off of that, and is then able to go into Altarius mode, which then allows him to pop the other sister since he has a Tamer in play.
Yep.
And then taps the tie to gain a memory since he digivolved into something with Greymon in name. Plays out another tie.
Just gonna get an established.
And goes into the Greymon X in the back, choking Jarrell over to 1. And then Jarrell, looks like he's just missing pieces. Plays out another Blanc. Pitches the Magna X, which is his... Whoa. Are we playing Shine Gray here? What's going on?
I don't know. That's what it feels like. Oh, I think he's moving the ties to
kind of show where. Sure. Smart.
Yeah, that works. So it gives +1k to both the Greymon X and then the Altarius. We see him going up Metal Gray X into a Raid WarGreymon. Will swing, pierce through for 3 checks.
Should be 3 checks. Yep.
3 checks. Second Mepa.
Go ahead, swing again, and then he should be able to just swing with the Greymon?
Yeah, he's just showing he had a Blitz on me as well.
Sure. Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, well, pretty efficient and swift game one. Which,
that's how a lot of these games are probably going to be, where it's going to be...
Who finds their pieces first?
Yeah. Pieces first, and also I meant more so in the way that these games are going to be pretty quick, because as soon as someone sees their line, they're probably going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But there you can see Jarrell playing the rookie. It gave Jeremy the extra restand to go for game.
Yeah, yeah.
He did. I guess he had the Blitz Omni there, admittedly, so he did have game regardless in that scenario.
Sure.
But he would have had to work for it more.
Yeah, I mean, but
know,
that's
and
the
if you did the
thing
Blitz Omni, then
too.
it's waiting.
I mean, to your point, yes, it has a good response to Magna and armors and whatnot, but I don't know. Wargrave for me can still brick, right? And if you're a deck that can take advantage of that, I mean, you're pretty.
I mean, every
deck can brick.
Every deck can brick, yeah.
But I mean, we've seen Wargrave where it's just like, you know, you're stuck with. How many times have both of us been like, we play a Wargrave deck and it's like you've got level 4s and level 5s in hand, and you're like, well,
I think
what now?
The more I think about it, the more I think the issue with Wargrave's brick isn't so much that it has a harder time finding pieces; it's that it needs to find more pieces.
Yeah.
In a way, and I guess that's kind of a redundant statement because I guess that's kind of just saying the same thing. But like in the sense of like, there's more pieces that need to go into that stack for it to pop off than for other stacks.
Right. Exactly.
But I mean, still, like I said, I don't know. To me, I think it's you're right. Like it can definitely still brick. It can definitely still be missing stuff. It's just probably one of the better older decks that doesn't really get any changes that can still just move into this next format and still do okay.
Yeah.
So I think almost every other deck that's moving into this format gets updated in some way to actually function better. Even like Vaccine gets new pieces. Imperial Sophie Shaco, Dorgor SOC, Fenry, D Brigade, Jess. Armors, of course, and bunnies.
And we see 3 checks from Jeremy, and passes turn over to 3. Jarrell's got 3 Master to Disciples ready to go whenever he can do what he wants to do. Decides to say, "Yep, we're gonna do all 3." Goes into the BT-7 save or BT-6 Savior.
Yep. Play out a
which allows
sister,
him to
pitch,
play
draw
the
2.
block.
Checking his trash right now. The and this is like what I was saying, right? Like this is the clapback that can potentially allow Jess to do a lot of things. So we'll go Jess X, that'll let him play another sister. He's debating which sister to play right now. Is he missing pieces still, or?
I think he's just like trying to figure out how he wants to sequence things.
Well, he's looking at that Blanc, like he needs to pitch a card to draw 2, which he does do.
Oh no.
He's missing the GX.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he is missing the
is.
GX. That's unfortunate.
That's rough.
So he does have to do the Master to Disciple. He's debating what to pick up. Looks like he's going to pick up that BT-13 Jesmon.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy. That was so much draw and search. He has a lot of cards in trash. He's cycled a lot off those Master Disciples. Only one GX has come out of security. And he still is missing it. Oof.
Goes ahead and swings and restands off a Savior. And then plays out a... Oh.
That's not the Searcher Hook. He played it like he was going to do a search. Plays out Memory Boost when he meant to play.
No. Okay.
And still no GX. Wow.
Jesus.
He runs 3. It's not like he's only running 1 or 2. That's crazy.
That's wild that he hasn't. I'm pretty sure there's got to be one in security at least at this point.
Another one. Yeah, there has to be.
So we swing for 2 checks, and if Jeremy's got a Blitz Omni, that could potentially be game.
Looks like he doesn't. Otherwise, I'm assuming he would have gone for game already.
But those Blancs are blockers? No.
No, they're not. They're decoy.
Okay, which one is the one that gives you blocker? It's just the on-play draw one, right?
The BT-6 one.
Yeah. So Jeremy looks like he's just digging for that Omni at this point, which is totally fair. But
and at the same time, too, he's also just getting more. He's just getting another stack set up in case something happens to the Wargrey.
Exactly. Which, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job at doing it. I mean, you've got probably one of the more ideal lines.
Oh, there it is. There's the GX. So he'll Evo Huck in the back. He can keep turn because he pops Mem Boost, goes to 4, can reduce next Evo cost by 1, so he can Evo into GX and keep turn.
Correct.
He'll also gain memory off playing Sisters.
And he'll also gain a memory off of the egg as well when he swings with a level 7.
Oh, he does. Jarrell, what the? I guess he'll keep turn regardless, so he's just saving the boosts.
Yeah, if he plays out a sister, he'll gain the memory. He swings and gains a memory off of the Gurimon, or not the Gurimon, sorry.
Yeah. Tucks a Jesmon, not a Magna X. Interesting. We'll swing and pierce through for 3 checks, restands, swings
And
again.
swings with his sister.
Swing for game. Yeah, that works. Okay, still works. Still works.
Still works indeed. Pretty good.
Go to game 3.
I think it's a Staccatomon. That's the Digitama.
Yeah, it's Staccato. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the old Ragnar Digitama.
Which basically is just if you're level 7 and you swing, you gain a memory, which is not bad, particularly with a deck that likes to focus on swinging with your level 7s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sort of what you alluded to, right? Like a little bit of a like just when you do damage, there's big damage being dealt.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And I think Jeremy was playing it well. I mean, he had a Wargrey stack. He had a very well-established stack in the back, too, in case something happened. It's just Jarrell saw the nuts. And when he did his play, it's typically like when he does his big play, he's just going for game.
Yeah. And then that's the issue with the BT-14 Wargrey, right? Where it's a good, like, piece for damage, but it doesn't have very much board control outside of the turn that it digivolves.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just can't really do much.
Oh. Jeremy just hatches and passes.
Well, hatch and passes, yeah. Okay, so we see Jarrell just getting some search.
Okay. So picks up the Bowhuck and the BT-6 Savior.
That's pretty huge.
Pretty good. Plays out a Blanc, pitches a CL to draw 2. Okay, well.
Okay.
That's scary.
Pretty good setup for turn 1.
Okay.
Well, Crimson choke Jarrell to 1. So
Sure.
just Evo choke Jeremy back to 1 as well. Jeremy still not seeing a rookie, just hard plays with Greymon.
God. Oh.
Play another Huck. He's just searching pieces.
Jarrell missing pieces now too?
Grabs
Does he not have a Jess?
those 2. Can't grab. Maybe not. I can't tell. I can't see his hand. He's debating how much memory he wants to pass over.
Oh no. Okay, well there's a Jess. Okay. Jess and a sister.
Grab the Jess and the sister. Yeah, so it looks like he's probably missing a Jess.
This is scary though.
Being there is pretty good. Well, putting him to 2, Jeremy has to set him back to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
but
where
Jarrell
it can be scary
does
for
need to
Jeremy,
respond.
though.
So go Savior.
Plays out a sister, which will gain him back 2 memory.
Yup. Keeps turn. He has the Jesmon from BT-13, so he can pop that Metal Gray.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pitch the...
just drew into a couple more pieces too, which is pretty good for him.
We'll Evo into the Jess. Yep. Pop the Metal Gray. Oh, he uses protection. I forgot. He has the 1 layer protection there. So Greymon X. I'm dumb. And put him over to 3. Alterus.
Double Alterus.
Double Alterus. So, oh, no Tamer in place. We can't pop anything. That's why. Looks like
this is a very weird game.
Yeah, looks like he's looking for the Raid Wargrey. X-Antibody. Interesting. Okay. X. Draw. Looks like he top decks it there. Draws.
You should be able to raid into the big guy.
Yeah. And then we'll pierce for 2 checks at 15.
Okay,
which
well,
there's a
GX. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. He needed the GX. He needs a GX to be in security pretty much. He'll just raid into another one. Yeah, pop the sister.
For 2 checks. Okay, oh no.
And there's the other GX. All 3 were right next to each other. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, depending on how much memory though, Jeremy. Okay, well, there you go. That's game.
Goes on the X. We'll bottom deck both.
And what does Jarrell do here?
That's really crazy. Jarrell couldn't get rid of the board. He just, because that 1 layer of protection.
Yeah.
Couldn't clear the Metal Gray. And looks like Jarrell's just trying to think. Plays the Hawk. Okay. So he can maybe set up.
Yeah,
Walkers?
I mean, he can do that. He play out a sister.
You gain Hawk, play out sister.
Gain 3 memory.
Back. He can't swing. He can't delete. Go just X.
Which.
Play
another memory
sister.
back. I mean, do you just. Yeah. GX. The problem is, I don't think anything's going to get blocker, though, correct?
GX will have blocker.
GX will have blocker.
And now he's immune to effects. But it doesn't matter. There's 2 swings.
But he can't restand, though, because of Oh no, security won't
No,
be checked. Yeah,
no.
so he won't restand.
He also
That-
that's the all turns effect, not one digivolving effect. So
yeah.
he
Well,
doesn't have that effect. So yeah, that's just it there. Dang, that's crazy.
yeah.
Joe saw all the marbles, but Jeremy just able to bring it back because of that one layer of protection. He couldn't clear it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to your point, sometimes you just gotta slam that guy down, see what happens.
Yeah, just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I
Good
think
games though.
good games, good back and forth from both players. Like you said, I think gonna be interesting to see if Wargrey will make a resurgence, given everything that is kind of shaping up to be the meta.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be clear, I don't think it's gonna make a resurgence. I'm just wondering if we're gonna see maybe a top or two, or if
No,
people will
yeah.
play it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like all of a sudden the most popular deck again, but I do think like we've seen it kind of not do a whole lot in previous regionals, like this past BT-15 meta, right? Like we had a top 3 Wargrey, the first one, but then afterwards it just really like we haven't really seen it. But I agree. Like we'll probably maybe see like a top or two, here and there. But I don't think it's gonna be like majority deck,
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Like we said before, we're gonna keep trying to do some of these like future features for like BT-16 over the next couple of weeks, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of one, just new content to see, and also two, kind of give you guys an idea of what decks will look like come BT-16 as you guys are starting to theory craft and build your decks. So hopefully you guys enjoy this and can keep tuning in. And we'll see you on that next video. Bye-bye.
Yep.